Welcome back, Mala. Yeah, there must be a trick. What is the trick by which I can get out of these emotions very fast? You can never get out of these emotions very fast. Impossible it is because of the virium, because of the vega, because of the vega and virium of the emotions. You cannot get out of it faster. You can temporarily distract. Again, I repeat, you can temporarily distract yourself, which is what everybody in the world does. I'm not saying it's the right method. I'm only saying it is it is very difficult to get out of these emotions faster because of the virium. The strength of it is, and also the vega, the virium, the vega of it is so much that very difficult for a person to hold. Therefore, what do? Temporarily, there are temporary methods, distraction. Distractions are the temporary methods. Wherever you get distracted, you are pushing it under the carpet. Wherever you get distracted, you are pushing it under the carpet. It's going to bounce back with greater intensity. You are pushing it into the subconscious, technically speaking. Whenever you distract yourself, you are pushing it into the subconscious. That's how you give more vega to it. That's how you give more vega to it. You give more virium to it. And distraction seems to be a method that works. I'm not saying you should not, but it doesn't work in the long run. So what is the trick that people do? Get distracted. That's why they say, distract yourself, distract yourself, distract yourself. Korean show, isn't it? Korean show becomes the distraction. What else can you do? You can only distract. And when you are distracting, you are not eliminating it, you are pushing it under. It means next time it's going to come more. So what is the trick? There is only one trick. The trick is this. Every time remember to be bold and courageous and say, I am a victim of kama, raga, dvesha. That is the trick. That is the trick. Be courageous. Be bold enough. Be courageous enough and say, I am a victim of my kama, raga, dvesha. At least that's what I do. Be bold enough. Be courageous enough and say, I am a victim of kama, raga, dvesha. And never justify it. Never give legitimacy to the shoka. So the trick is what? The moment you start taking responsibility, remembrance happens very fast. Responsibility means remembrance. Remembrance of knowledge will not come through reading more and more, listening more and more. Remembrance of the knowledge will not come through that. Remembrance of the knowledge will come through taking responsibility. So what is the trick? The trick is to take responsibility. What is the responsibility? I am a victim of kama, raga, dvesha. That's why we call it as the practice of introspection every day. One of the days we are going to talk about all that. Mala. We'll talk about all that later. Antaranga sadhana, Bahiranga sadhana, Varmbodala, we'll be discussing it. Where when you accept it, when you accept that I am a victim of kama, raga, dvesha, you become free from it. The way to freedom is very tricky. The way to freedom is to accept responsibility. throwing responsibility on the other is throwing away freedom. When you throw responsibility on the other, you have lost an opportunity to become free. Remember this. That's the trick. What is the trick? Take responsibility. You follow? Throwing away responsibility means throwing away an opportunity for freedom. Accept. I am a victim of kama, raga, vesha. Not only I know that I am a victim of kama, raga, dvesha, the Shastras has given me a method to get out of kama, raga, dvesha also. Not only I am a victim, not only I know the disease, I know the medicine also. The cure also I know. Not only I know the disease, I have the cure. Not only I have the diagnosis of the disease, I have the prescription also. Prescription means medicines. Medicines nale? Yeah. How much ever sugar coated it is medicine only. How much ever you coat it with sugar, medicine will be a medicine only. You follow? That's where the Shastras and the Gurus of their compassion, not only they give not only they do the diagnosis, they also give the prescription. In fact, prescription kaila irukra தைரியத்துல தான் they are diagnosing it so much. They are able to diagnose our diseases so much and explain to us and help us only because they have the prescription on hand. You follow, Mala? There is the trick. There is the trick. The trick is to accept responsibility. For my shoka, my kama, raga, dvesha alone is responsible. For my shoka, my kama, raga, dvesha alone is responsible. Is it okay, ma? Yeah. It's very difficult to accept it. It is difficult to accept it, but take the plunge and accept it for a few times, and you see how liberated you become. Just take for a few times, you take responsibility and see, you become so liberated you become. Follow? Yes, Mala. We'll take up your clarification and conclude. Chalunga.